what are some of the things that you say about your body? What are some of the words you use to describe the way you feel about your body?
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Repulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you think disgusting and repulsive, how's it feel?
I feel awful because I feel like this is my fault. That I did this to myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really hard. The things that we say to ourselves and the things that we do, and there's this endless amount of, this cycle of negativity and this inner critic that's just flooding our brains all the time.
All the time. Every time I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror even.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really hard. Well, I'm here to help you with that. I have a bit of a different approach in doing what I do. And everybody says, just feel your feelings, feel your feelings. And I'm all for feeling your feelings, but what I want you to do is to go a step further. Instead of just kind of letting your feelings wash over you and sitting passively by, I really, really encourage my clients to just kind of bravely charge through the feeling. And I'll teach you how to do that.
I agree with that, and I've heard that as well, and I always will try to avoid my feelings when it's, like I was saying about the mirror before.
Yeah.
So there's certain mirrors in my house that I know I'm walking past.
Yes.
I won't look. I won't look in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do. And, it's kind of like you're okay maybe looking from the neck up, but God forbid you look at a full view of your body.
Yes.
We find these like zones where it's safe. It's a safety zone.
I agree with you.
Yeah. It's really hard. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that, how to change the way that you feel. And if you're familiar with EFT, the Emotional Freedom Technique, and if you're not, I'll teach you how to use it.
Okay, I've heard of it, and but I've done it a couple of times and never, that was it. So
okay.
I'm interested to know.
Oh, good. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is if you have a paper and pen, write down what your fears or concerns are about your body. You said repulsive, disgusting.
Let me get a paper and pen.
Sure, yeah.
Well, but that's different than, that's not a fear or concern of my body.
That's true. That's so true.
Right. But my fear and concern of my body, being you asked that as well,
yes,
it's a good question. While I'm looking for paper and pen, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Is that this is the outside of what my body looks like, and I get concerned, well, then there's damage that could be going on inside that I'm not even aware of, based on that outside of my body doesn't look healthy. So to me, it's not just simply about, that there are plenty of plus-size women that are beautiful. And we're not talking about, just plus size. I feel that I'm over plus size.
Mm-hmm. So kind of like what kind of hidden problems are, what's lurking beneath?
You mean in my body? Well, for example, when you said concerns and things like that.
Yeah.
So, they say that there could be. I'm lucky, thank God, I don't have diabetes yet, but there's things such as that. I have a friend who was very heavy. She developed diabetes. There's high blood pressure, so there's other things. So I want to get over my feelings, but I also want to be comfortable in my own body and a healthy body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the first thing I want to talk to you about is attitude. And the real challenge is, how do we change our attitude when we have a fear, or in this case, uh, um, this overwhelming concern, or anything, that inner critic, that hammering away at you, constantly just going on and on and on. How do you shift from passively listening to all of that rattling to saying, okay, I'm going to change my attitude. It's going to be different. And here's how you do this.
Okay, that's what I'm ready to learn now.
Yeah, I want you to really, really get this, because it's going to rock your world, and you'll never, ever, ever feel the same way again. You'll never kind of just let it passively hit you. Your fear is a seed of opportunity. There's something there that's precious. It's giving you some little precious tidbit of information that you need to know in order to be able to use it properly.
Okay.
You may think that your fears are there to stop you or scare you into submission, but it's really not true. They're just showing you that whatever it is that you're thinking, you're moving in the wrong direction. At the core, fears come because you've probably been taught to think like so many other people, like everybody really, to think like a victim, that things happen to us. But you don't have to do that anymore, because if you stand up to your fears and you ask the fear, ask it, what do you want to tell me? What message do you have for me? What do I need to know? 99% of the time, it's going to say, I want to keep you safe. I don't want you to get hurt. I want to keep you from going out there and wearing a bathing suit, making a fool of yourself, being laughed at, being made fun of, being the butt of the joke. People are going to judge you. Who's going to love you? It's a cold, cruel, scary world out there, and with your body, nobody wants you. These are the types of things that you may find yourself thinking. But that's not the core. Yeah. Does that make sense to you?
Everything that you said makes complete sense, except when you said about being a victim,
mm-hmm.
I don't feel that I was a victim. I think I did this to myself.
Okay.
So I'm disappointed in myself. I should know better.
Okay.
Just with overeating or lack of exercise, or just, life gets in the way. Taking better care of myself should be a priority anyway.
Okay. Well, let me just clarify.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Let me just clarify a little bit by what I meant by a victim. Not so much that something was done to you or that somebody hurt you, but more a feeling like, oh, my God, I'm so far gone, to hell with it. I'm just going to eat another pack of Oreos. Screw it, kind of thing.
Okay.
Where you just get so overwhelmed. It's like, I don't know where to begin. I don't know what to do. That's it. Just pass the pasta.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Okay. So the thing is, when you think of these things, the core of the insecurity is that the reason it's there is because it's really just energy. And you call it fear, and you call it repulsive, and you call it disgusting. And there are all these words that we have to call this crap and junk, and I feel, disgusting and ugly, what a fat butt, all of these things that we have to call it. And it's really just energy. Well, first, I want to acknowledge you, because what you're talking about is getting healthy.
Yes.
Yeah, you really want to protect your body and take care of it and have that longevity. So that's
right.
A really big thing. And I want you to realize that change is scary. Change is really scary. If we've been doing one thing forever, like going through the drive-thru or just picking up, getting a pizza delivered, or not working out, sitting in front of the TV, doing things that are more sedentary, the prospect and the idea of getting out and going to the gym is horrifying. It is. It's just completely overwhelming.
Yeah.
What's the image that you have when you tell yourself, oh, I want to go to the gym? What are you seeing?
What I see is that I haven't been to the gym in so long that I feel I would be out of shape to even, I'd feel out of breath, or I wouldn't feel confident about the way I used to be at the gym, where I could do whatever I was doing and not be winded, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even feel in shape enough to go to the gym.
Isn't that a crazy thing? That's another thing let's talk about. The fact that there's so much pressure to look a certain way, to exercise so that so that you can feel like you fit into this place where reasonably it's supposed to be a place where you can just let your hair down and just be who you are and sweat and do whatever you need to do in private. But it's not like that.
I agree with you, but in addition to that, imagine, my feeling is more that if I was in one of the classes, like whatever class, Zumba or whatever class they're doing, that I would feel like I had to sit down.
Yes.
That I might not even be able to finish the class. So it's not, because I could get past the looking, I don't feel like I need to go to the gym and make a glamorous appearance or anything.
Right.
But I feel that if I'm going to the gym, I would be humiliated if I was, I'm not so old and I'm not so, I don't look like even probably what I'm saying. I'm just not comfortable in my own body, and I don't know.
So is it a question of you having a history at the gym where you performed at a certain high level and you're disappointed now because you can't or you feel you can't match that? I had a thought. Okay. So it's a matter now.
But it was never high level. I just want to clear, it was never high level. It was a good, normal level.
Mm-hmm.
I was not one, you know what I'm saying? It was not like I was, some weight star or something,
right. But you had
a normal, good level.
Okay. You had a consistency and you had a flow.
Yes.
And you felt proud of yourself because you were making changes.
Yes, that's right.
And now you're at this place where you're saying, oh, my God, I have to start all over again, and there's no way I can do the things that I did. What can you think of would be like a tiny, tiny, tiny baby step toward the goal that you have of wanting to go back to the gym?
The tiniest baby step?
The
would be
teeniest.
That I call the gym and I get the schedule of classes.
That's fabulous. So you want to jump right to the classes?
Yeah, I like the classes even more than the machines.
Okay. Are there any particular classes that you have your eye on?
None that I can think of. I just want to see what they have available. I haven't been there in so long, but I used to do everything. Well, I just like the classes, Zumba, kickboxing, whatever it was.
Awesome. Okay. So when you think about your body in relation to your goal of wanting to go to the gym, how are you feeling? What's the feeling that you have?
About going to the gym now?
Yes.
Just that I couldn't keep up.
You couldn't keep up. Okay. So what's that feeling like? Where would that be in your body? You can't keep up.
Well, I can think of the word for me would be I'd be embarrassed.
Okay.
Shouldn't feel so out of shape, and I don't even know if I would be. That this is all in my head, but so I would still have to start out slow regardless, because you can't just like all of a sudden step right in, you know. So I would have to plan for, you know, it's all in my head. Everything that
Yes.
when you say where in my body, so it's all in my head. I'm overthinking everything. I should just get the classes and go, and then walk out if I'm tired, or take a water or whatever I need to do.
Okay.
But I'm overthinking everything, so it's in my head.
Okay, so what I want you to do is just take your dominant hand, and I just want you to tap on your collarbone. What you're going to be doing is, by doing that, you're activating muscle relaxants in your body.
Yes.
Dopamine and serotonin. Like the feel-good chemicals. You're activating that. And so when you're thinking whatever thought it is that you have, oh, my God, I feel so embarrassed. I can't do this. I'm going to be so out of shape and starting all over at 0 point, and everybody's so far ahead of me. I can't do this. When you tap on this spot, and there are other spots, other tapping points on the body that you could tap on to activate the same kind of muscle release. And the other thing it does is it rewires your thinking. The neurons in your brain are actually rewiring and reprogramming. Your thinking is changing when you're doing this. So tap on that and just say, I'm so embarrassed.
I'm so embarrassed.
I'm so embarrassed.
I'm so embarrassed.
I can't do this.
I can't do this.
I'm just so fat.
I'm just so fat.
There's no way I'm going to start doing this.
There's no way I'm going to start doing this.
People are going to look at me.
People are going to look at me.
I'm really afraid.
I'm really afraid.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this.
It's so embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
It's really all my fault.
It really is all my fault.
This really is all my fault.
This really is all my fault.
I screwed up.
I screwed up.
I screwed up big time.
I screwed up big time.
And I'm probably paying for it now.
And I'm probably paying for it now.
This is probably all my fault.
This is probably all of my fault.
I've done it to myself.
I've done it to myself.
I made the bed. Now I may as well lie in it.
I made the bed. I may as well lie in it.
This is so hard.
This is so hard.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this.
I'd really just rather forget about it.
I'd really just rather forget about it.
But I've been doing that.
But I've been doing that.
My body wants more from me.
My body wants more from me.
My body's been telling me that I need to look out.
My body has been telling me that I need to look out.
I've been getting warnings.
I've been getting warnings.
I know that there's something more.
I know that there's something more.
I know there's something more for me.
I know there's something more for me.
I know I'm reaching for something.
I know I'm reaching for something.
But I'm also really scared.
But I'm also really scared.
And it's that fear.
And it's that fear.
That's making me willing.
That's making me willing.
To move closer to what I'm reaching for.
To move closer to whatever I'm reaching for.
But I really do want to be healthier.
But I really do want to be healthier.
I don't have diabetes.
I don't have diabetes.
But I'm scared.
But I'm scared.
What if, my situation is more serious?
What if my situation is more serious?
Maybe I should take this more seriously.
Maybe I should take this more seriously.
But that makes it scary.
But that makes it scary.
And I feel so overwhelmed by this all.
And I feel so overwhelmed by this all.
I don't know what to do first.
I don't know what to do first.
I'd like to take a class.
I'd like to take a class.
I enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
I like doing the Zumba.
I like doing the Zumba.
It's fun.
It's fun.
This has been fun before.
This has been fun before.
I can get into the swing of this.
I can get into the swing of this.
But it's this fear of not being healthy. That's pretty scary.
But it's the fear of not being healthy, and that's pretty scary.
Okay, let me step back a moment and see, where are you in terms of feeling like you don't want to go to the gym?
No, I do want to go to the gym.
You do want to go to the gym.
No, yeah, I want to go to the gym, not because I love it, because it's the healthy, smart thing to do.
Okay.
I just want to be fit and healthy. It's a catch-22. It's like, you can't have both. I would love to be fit and healthy and go to the gym, but I'm not. I have to go to the gym to get fit and healthy.
So where are you in terms of feeling like you have to look a certain way or feeling embarrassed? That was the word you used, feeling embarrassed.
Yeah, I just would like to be able to make sure that I can keep up with the class, and that's all.
Okay.
Should I start tapping again?
Oh, sure. I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to keep up.
I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to keep up.
Everyone's probably going to be looking at me.
Everyone's probably going to be looking at me.
I'm going to be so embarrassed.
I'm going to be so embarrassed.
I'm going to feel so embarrassed.
I'm going to feel so embarrassed.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go.
It's so scary.
It's so scary.
I don't want to feel ashamed.
I don't want to feel ashamed.
I feel so fat.
I feel so fat.
This is all my fault.
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 I'm paying for it.
I'm paying for it.
And I feel so embarrassed.
And I feel so embarrassed.
I feel so embarrassed.
I feel so embarrassed.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this.
But there's been a lot of stuff that I didn't want to do.
But there's been a lot of stuff that I didn't want to do.
And I'm pretty tough.
And I'm pretty tough.
I can make it happen.
I can make it happen.
I can do this.
I can do this.
I have done this before.
I have done this before.
I'm smart.
I'm smart.
I can figure this out.
I can figure this out.
Maybe this is all in my head.
Maybe this is all in my head.
Maybe nobody cares what I'm doing.
Nobody cares what I'm doing.
Maybe nobody cares what I'm doing.
Nobody cares what I'm doing.
Because they're so worried about what I'm thinking.
Because they're so worried about what I'm thinking.
Nobody's really comfortable with themselves at the gym anyway.
Nobody's really comfortable with themselves at the gym anyway.
This is silly.
This is silly.
I can do this.
I can do this.
I can do this.
I can do this.
Step by step.
Step by step.
I can do this.
I can do this.
I've taken on bigger challenges than this.
I've taken on bigger challenges than this.
And you know what?
You know what?
I deserve better health.
I deserve better health.
This is my gift for me.
This is my gift for me.
This is a new me.
This is a new me.
I've been through some really, really tough times.
I have been through some really tough times.
And this is my insurance.
And this is my insurance.
For a better future.
for a better future.
I'm ready for something new.
I'm ready for something new.
And if it means calling up the gym and getting the schedule of classes and looking to see what is the easiest possible one that I could do,
I
bet I could do it.
I bet I could do that.
I bet I could do that.
I could do that.
Okay. So when you think about calling up the gym and taking a look and seeing what classes they have and if Zumba's there, what do you think about embarrassed?
Well, I don't feel that I completely shifted because I don't feel like it sounds, as I was hearing your words, so I don't know if it was the tapping or hearing your words, which are the words that kind of play out in my head because you got it, it started to sound ridiculous. There's plenty of women that probably feel exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And probably walk to a class and then they, and I could situate myself. I don't have to stand at the front of the class. I would stand someplace comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel fine. I'm going to call. I'm going to call.
That's right. And your question, it actually is a combination of the two. It's the words, it's the psychology aspect connected with the tapping, which you're tapping on these points that are relaxing the muscles, and at the same time, there's this cascade of feel-good chemicals that's rolling through your body, and it's a shift in your thinking that's occurring at the same time. That's why it's a rewiring that's occurring, because by doing the tapping and going through the thought process of where you are now, how you're feeling, and moving towards where you want to go, you are gradually creating a new neural path that new end goal feels comfortable and not unattainable any longer.
Hi, Andrea. It's Kate.
Hi, Kate. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, it's so great to have you.
Yeah, I'm late, but I knew I would be here.
Oh, that's okay. What's up for you today?
Well, I don't know. I'm just hoping to get inspired by you.
Oh, thank you. What is it that inspired you particularly?
That you're just not afraid of who you are, and you are comfortable in your skin, and that's what I want to do.
Oh, you know what it comes from, Kate? It comes from so many years of doing the very, very opposite, of feeling like, a scared little mouse and feeling like you have to hide under your desk instead of confronting somebody and doing things that are uncomfortable. It's that same thing. And you know what? I still go through moments where I feel like that. And that's why I want to share this with you, because of the fact that what I find is that there are some situations in our life that I come from in a background where there was a lot of abuse. So there are some situations in life that they leave such a strong and indelible imprint on you that no matter how much tapping you do, and I know that you're familiar with tapping, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. No matter how much tapping you do, it's not going to make it go away once and for all, because there are so many different layers and layers and layers of aspects and pieces to the puzzle, and the triggers just kind of pop up. So the same way that I still go through those periods of time where I do want to hide under the desk or feel afraid, I just know, thank God, I have tapping, because I no longer judge myself as being a chicken or calling myself nasty names or all of the things that I used to do as a consequence of having people criticize me and kind of absorbing that and making that my own kind of dialogue, I don't do that anymore. So there's nothing wrong with feeling those feelings of, shame and sadness and all of that. And as I was mentioning before, I kind of take a renegade approach. I absolutely love, have to give big props to my coach, Angela Treat Ryan. I have developed her particular style of using tapping, where instead of working to neutralize the feeling so that you don't feel it anymore, you take the intensity of the emotion that you have and you transform that to what you want. Because everything is energy. So why not take this huge ball of energy that's in our body that we give this label of shame or disgust or sadness or pain or crap or, any number of different labels that we've learned to call the way that we feel, these so-called negative emotions. We label them by so many different ways of talking about them. It's not bad. It's not good. It just is what it is. So that's why I was asking you, what is it you're thinking and what particularly are you, dealing with?
Okay, honestly, I have been talking to this person over the phone. We've been texting and all this. So he wanted to get together tomorrow. And I am a nervous wreck because he just loves me over the phone. And it's the thought of what he sees me that worries me.
Okay. So what are the thoughts that you're having? What are the words that are coming up for you?
I just want to be as attractive to him in person as the mental picture he has of me on the phone. Does that make sense?
Oh, sure. But what I want to do is I want to ask you to kind of dumb it down. I want you to get as close to the emotion of how you feel, because what you're describing is it's very intellectual, and there's no feeling there, and there's no fear there. So,
okay, well, I don't want him to see me as this fat cow who could.
Oh yes, there's the juice right there, Kate. I'm digging it. Okay, I'm a fat cow. I love it. Okay, what's the feeling that's connected to your words? I'm a fat cow. Tell me. You say it.
I don't see myself as unattractive, but if I could just not have this stomach, I would feel so much better.
Okay.
So that's how I see myself, as the fat cow.
Okay. All right. So what's the feeling that you have about calling yourself a fat cow?
I hate it because that's not who I am.
Yeah. Tell me more about
that.
that.
I think I told you online about Tess Holiday.
Yeah. Isn't she fabulous?
I would love to have her confidence.
Just amazing. She is absolutely so gorgeous. That was one of the things that really, really struck me when I started to look out for women who demonstrated that they love their bodies. And I don't know if I've mentioned this, but one of the best resources that I've ever found is the online magazine. It's called Plus Model Magazine. And they've grown and developed so much since I started, like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not sure, because they have lots of national news coverage now. So Plus Model magazine is gorgeous. So I highly recommend going to plusmodelmagazine.com, and there you will see models of every shape and size. And that's where I learned about how to look good naked, and that's where I learned about Tess Holliday, and that's where I learned out about, oh my gosh, so many different opportunities through Plus Model magazine. It was this opening of a whole new world of appreciation that I started to embrace for my own body. So this is what I want to recommend to you, first of all, because what I shared about Tess Holliday, that is just the little bit of icing on the cake or the tip of the iceberg. So you've got to start to immerse yourself in these new kinds of environments where women are showing that they love themselves, really feel good about themselves. Another thing was movies. Wow. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Fat Girls with Monique.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that, or what is it? Hairspray. Real Women Have Curves. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Anywhere where you have a very strong female character who's curvy, that helps to kind of rewire our brain and to think differently about ourselves. Because she's talking about her body differently, she's holding her body differently, she may be touching herself differently in a way that she's, respecting or appreciating herself. These are really important things because these are the practical, juicy bits that carry you through the day-to-day. So tell me more about this feeling of I'm a fat cow.
I'm not that. That's how other people don't see me like that, but that's how I see myself when I look in the mirror.
Okay.
I just wish I could see myself the way other people do.
Okay.
I mean, nobody's ever said, "Ooh, you're fat," or anything like that. I mean, that's just my issue.
Tell me about this guy.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like we have all these things in common, dinners, movies, just doing everything and nothing together. And he has seen pictures of me, but he's never seen me full body picture because I refuse to give it to him.
Okay.
And tomorrow's the first time we'll ever see each other in person.
Okay. Oh, tonight is the time?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. You have to fill me in. Okay. All right. So imagine in your stomach this energy of I'm a fat cow. What's it look like?
What does it look like?
Yeah, what's the energy look like? Like, here, imagine, just put your hands on your stomach and imagine that you can unzip your stomach and you can just take out that I'm a fat cow energy, removing it from your body so that you could put it on the table in front of you.
Okay, and it would probably be about 10 pounds.
Okay. So you're going to put it right on the table in front of you with gentle energy hands so you could touch it.
Okay.
What does it look like? Does it remind you of anything?
I'm not sure.
Okay. If it had a message for you, what do you think it would want to tell you?
But that's not who I am. It's how I perceive myself.
Okay. And tell me more about what you would prefer instead.
I guess I just would not like to have a stomach. Then I would feel good about the rest of me.
Okay. And what would that look like, not to have a stomach? What would that feel like in your body?
I guess I would feel a lot lighter than I do right now.
Okay. Well, you know how our bodies, um, they're always, that there are always really good reasons why we are the way that we are, why we do the things that we do. So imagine if that energy had a message for you, if it was doing something for you, what would that be?
That I survived cancer and I gave birth to 2 beautiful daughters, and I should just be happy that I am here to enjoy another day.
Wow. Yeah. So that's coming right out of your power chakra right there.
Mhm.
That's pretty powerful, surviving cancer. Let's just do some tapping. This I'm a fat cow energy.
Okay.
This I'm a fat cow energy has been hanging around with me for so long. I'm a fat cow follows me everywhere I go. I'm a fat cow. I'm a fat cow. I'm a fat cow. I hear it in my head all the time. I'm a fat cow. If only I didn't have this stomach. If only I didn't look this way. Something's wrong with me. I've spent so much time thinking I'm a fat cow. And maybe this energy has been giving me a gift. Maybe this energy has been giving me something that I didn't know that I needed. Maybe this energy has been telling me something about myself. So what would that be, Kate?
Oh. I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't know. I've been holding on to this I'm a fat cow for so long that this is who I've been. This is who I am, but there's part of me that doesn't buy that. This isn't who I am. But this is what they told me I was. But the people who've told me those things, they were told some pretty rotten things too. And the cycle goes on and on. Now it's time for me to start a new life. I'm looking forward to a new chapter. I have overcome cancer. I'm ready for anything. But I'm still holding on to this I'm a fat cow energy. I'm still holding on to feeling like a fat cow, feeling so ashamed, feeling disgusted with myself, looking at myself in the mirror and seeing my stomach and thinking I'm just a fat cow. Maybe that's not who I am.
It's
Maybe
not who I am.
it's not who I am. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I've come out on the other side of one of the toughest things anybody could ever survive. And I love that part of me. I love the survivor part of me. What would you like to do, Kate, with the energy that's saying, I'm a fat cow?
I'd like to kick its ass across the street. That's what I would like to do with it.
Okay. Put on a metal-tipped boot, babe. We're going to do some kicking.
Okay.
Just imagine, or get up and position your leg as if you're going to kick. Imagine that you have a really big, heavy boot with a metal tip and kick it as far as you possibly can.
Okay.
Tell me, what do you see? What's happened?
I don't see it now.
You don't see it. Okay. How do you feel? Touch your stomach.
I feel better than I did about 15 minutes ago.
What's there in your stomach? What are you feeling? In your power center. You're a survivor. Yes, you are. What would you like this guy to know about you that he doesn't yet know?
That I'm beautiful no matter what he thinks of me.
Yes. That you carry your beauty with you. That no matter what, you are gorgeous. Because you're a survivor. And there's nothing more beautiful than life.
Okay.